Here's everything new on Apple TV OS 18. So the compatibility list. So long as you have an Apple TV that's 2015 or newer, you're good. As all these models you see here on the screen is all fully compatible to receive the firmware update of the newest and latest generation of Apple TV OS 18. So if you compare it against Apple TV OS 17, the list hasn't changed, which is quite awesome. So the first new change can be located in the Music app. I know Apple was fiddling with this not too long ago, like in iOS 17 beta, then they removed it. The shared playability is now back. So if we play a song like 2010s hip hop essentials, let me play this. Because underneath the karaoke captions right here, this little icon, the same icon that you'll see on Apple CarPlay, you find a QR code, which will allow users, guests in the same household to be able to scan this QR code and simply become the DJ. And no, they do not need to have an Apple Music subscription to utilize this. Apple TV unit is the only one that needs to have an active Apple Music subscription. So all your friends and family, they don't have to have one to really utilize this ability, which I think is quite awesome. Now, another place you can find a new improvement is in the photo application. The photo app got a new overhaul where it's an actual proper music library now, where synchronized with your iCloud, you can search for an album, your shared album with other people in the family, and by selecting one will give you the ability to basically just start a slideshow. But that's basically it. But these photos on your library correlate to the newly added screensavers. You see, if we go back to our home page and we double tap to go into our screensaver mode, by simply sliding on the touchpad up, it will give you access to these three new options you can select from different themes. So Ariel's, of course, is the ones that we already are well known and seen before from previous Apple TV OS firmware updates. But if we slide up, Memory and Slideshows is new, and this will take your iCloud photos and pick the photogenic photo automatically and create some very unique slideshows like this. But for some reason it doesn't work with me. It takes a while for it to become available and synchronized through my iCloud, probably because I really don't have any photos on my iCloud. But the little example they're showing us will create like these type of slideshows with your existing photos. And then you have portraits, which if you are familiar with the Apple Watch or even the new wallpapers available on iOS 18, this will basically take a photogenic photo and put the image in the back as you see right here. But again, it's taken a while to process, probably due to the fact I don't have any photos on my iCloud, so I could easily do this, unfortunately. But a screensaver that was supposed to be added was the Snoopy screensaver, which I was looking forward to. Apple came out and said that this is all going to be delayed, as well as some other features, so I'll cover in a little bit. And another screensaver that's coming is the movie screensaver. Not sure exactly what that means, but that's another screensaver that's said to be coming out sometime during the end of this year. So I'm assuming it's going to be tvOS 0.1 is when we're going to see these new screensavers also get added. But I do like the fact that you can find more settings to customize it in the settings section and just going into screensavers. And in the portraits, you can either decide if you like to show only people, pets, nature, and cities. You can actually filter it, which is quite awesome. I love my dogs, so I just have it showing dogs when it works, of course. And of course, you can change the duration, like every other screensaver we had in the past. Now, other new changes can be located in the Siri, as Siri is now on demand, which means it's installed on the Apple TV unit itself. So Siri doesn't have to go through the internet, and depending on your connectivity, it doesn't have to load and will be more responsive than ever before. Now, when watching movies like from Apple TV, and we start Ted Lasso, I personally don't watch Ted Lasso. I just know this is one of the promos that Apple constantly promote on Apple TV Plus. Let me know in the comments if this is a good series or not, or actually give it a chance. But if you look here, there's now this new tool, and this is basically your dialogue enhancer, as you could boost the enhancement in the dialogues. And if you look back here, you can also reduce the background sound as well. Now, this isn't anything new. I've seen this in the past done on other third-party like soundbars, like the Sonos ones, is my experience with these. So it has a very similar experience, but I noticed the vocals are much more enhanced and louder, almost as if I'm wearing like AirPods with transparency mode enabled. It's kind of like that. I'm quite surprised Apple was able to pull this off, and it works really well. But that's the audio enhancement booster preview right here. Other new changes can be the on-site ability, where whenever you're watching like a movie and they're playing, or even a TV show and they're playing like background music, it can actually show you what song is playing, more information on the song, the track, as well as the actors in those clips. This is very similar to like what we've seen in the past with Amazon Prime Music. So I like the fact that Apple now gave us this ability here as well. And I'm sure other third-party streaming devices, platforms will also be able to utilize this new hardware. And then if you watch shows and stuff like on a projector, the new 21:9 format is now compatible. Just unfortunately, it's not released right now on Apple TV OS 18. This is another one of those delayed features, unfortunately. It will be released, Apple says, sometime during the end of the year, unfortunately. And then when you mute your device, there's now a new auto caption ability. By muting your Apple TV, this will automatically bring up the captions. So now you no longer have to enable them manually. Then the captions will automatically go on for a couple of seconds if you jump between different chapters. This way you're not entirely lost in case the sentence get cut off in half. Now for FaceTime calling, if you use your Apple TV for FaceTime calls, FaceTime will now support live captions. This is very similar to what we've seen from the previous OS software on our iPhones and iPads, where live captions can now pop up during your conversations. It's now compatible and supported on the Apple TV. AirPlay support for spatial audio as well as Dolby Atmos was supposed to be released upon this release for tvOS 18, but this is not yet added. So again, this is another one of those features that was delayed, unfortunately. But Atmos already works with HomePod setups. So if you have some HomePods around your house and they're stereo paired, you can take advantage of that. And then soon this will support other third-party speakers as well, like Sonos. And then if you're using your AirPods to listen to your audio, whenever you're replying to Siri, you can now take advantage of the new nod ability by simply nodding your head for like a yes or a no. AirPods are compatible to use this feature on the Apple TV now. And then lastly, another massive change can be located in the Fitness app. As the Fitness app, from my understanding, has been fully redesigned. There seems to be more library of videos to choose from. And when I was looking at it earlier, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There is a lot of new videos available. And supposedly there's a new personalization ability. Now, the reason why I'm saying supposedly because I'm not a person that personally uses Apple Fitness Plus. So I'm not sure what's new, what they actually changed in here. But if you see anything that's interesting here, feel free to comment down below and point it out for me, because I'm not a subscriber. But I really would like to know how many of you guys actually do use this, because what I typically do is just look up YouTube videos. But again, let me know in the comments how many of you guys actually do use Apple Fitness Plus and how many of you guys don't. I'm curious to know what's the ratio really like in the real world. But other than that, there we have it. That is everything new for tvOS 18 and some new upcoming features that were delayed, but will be soon come out, hopefully by the end of this year. I'm seriously looking forward to that Snoopy screensaver. I don't know why, that one looks really cool. But I'm also curious to see what Apple means by a new movie screensaver as well. They didn't preview anything about that. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? How's your Apple TV 18 experience has been like so far, and what features would you like to see Apple add next? Because I have noticed a couple of Apple developers do stop by in the comment section, so your comments do matter. Thank you so much for watching.